Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are live right now across the nation. Welcome to my live stream right now. We have breaking news right now from the Middle East as we can speak right now. Okay, so right now, like my last live, is Hezbollah, one of the biggest terrorist groups in the world, has sent rockets up to the sky to target metropolitan cities in Israel. Good news, a lot of those rockets did get intercepted, but we do have alerts all across the Middle East tonight. It is around almost, I would say, around 5-ish a.m., maybe 2 to 3, 5-ish a.m. in that metropolitan Middle East area. In the Middle East area. We are going to talk about this tonight, and we have live coverage up there right now. But first, let me get my seat. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live right now across my web. Right now, we have um, very big strikes that are happening right now in the canal. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my live stream right now. We have very big targets right now that are happening in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us right now, I am Cooper Bullitis, and we are live right now across the nation right now here on my channel. So right now, Israel is responding forcefully against the against Hezbollah, who has struck who has struck Israel. Hi, Reagan. So right now, as we know, Hezbollah has struck Israel, and lots of military action in northern Israel right now that's going on across the map. We are going to get that. If you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, America at War, we are going to talk about that. But subscribe, like, share right now. We need me to get to 250 subscribers by tonight. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, America at War. 3 U.S. service members killed. No, I never actually played a video game in my life. Roblox, Xbox, none. I've never played. But we know that right now, America is at war right now with the country of Iran, with multiple other countries that are about to be joining, along with the UK, Germany, and France, considering that are supposed to be joining in here in just a few minutes. Hello, Kendall Ward. Kendall Ward is with us today. But right now, as we know, in Israel, right now, we are about to pair that up on my screen right now, if I can get this. If you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news in Israel right now, multiple rockets and strikes from Hezbollah, Iran, as America and the Middle East on war. As World War III is on edge in the Middle East, we have team coverage all across the Middle East right now. If you're just joining us right now, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to pair this up to my screen right now. But as we know right now, we are going to get this up on my screen right now. If you do not know, Israel has the country of Lebanon. I can get this up right now. So right here right here is my map right here, and we are going to go right here. So this is Google Earth, like we are showing you right now. So Lebanon is right here. Lebanon, one of the biggest terror groups in the world, Hezbollah, has struck missiles all the way down here in Haifa. That is Haifa, Israel. Haifa metropolitan area, along with Tel Aviv metropolitan area. Now we have Jerusalem down here, the Dead Sea, and we have the Sea of Galilee, where Jesus walked on water. We have breaking news that rockets are coming to the north side of Israel. These are rockets that are coming from the north side, from the southern side of Lebanon, that are coming over here to down here in Israel. We have Gaza. We have also reports that in Kuwait, there's military personnel that are being under attack right now from the country of Iran. Now, we have strikes that have came over here to Israel from Iran. We have strikes from Iraq that have hit military bases in Iraq. If you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, America at war with the Middle East, Saudi Arabia under attack, UAE under attack, Qatar, Bahrain. We know that a port in Bahrain just a few minutes ago was struck by Iranian military drones and missiles. And Lebanon, right now, Lebanon, there's missiles from the southern part of Lebanon that is coming down here to Jerusalem, Tel Aviv, and the Haifa metropolitan areas. The West Bank, Jordan, Syria have all closed their airspaces. We have Cyprus. Cyprus up here is a little island nation in the Mediterranean Sea. A UK military base was just attacked from the country of Iran. But we have right now that Iran is coming and shooting those missiles at Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman, the UAE, and Jordan, Israel, and many other places. And we know that right now, all across the Middle East, there's mayhem right now. We know that right here in Pakistan and Afghanistan, there is a war going on, an open war right now. But we do know that just a few minutes ago, the IDF, Israel military Air Force, just has alerted that they will be sending almost 100 planes over to the heart of Tehran, the capital of Iran. This is where many of these big airstrikes have happened. So we know that right now those planes are probably over somewhere here in Jordan, Iraq, and Saudi Arabia area, heading towards Iran. We know that boats down here in the southern part of Iran, here in Badr have been hit. We know that a school in just the north part of Basran, with 165 girls, was hit by a U.S. military strike yesterday morning. We know that right now there is military bases, over 1,000 areas here in Iran that have been struck, that have been hit. Here in the hard hit Tehran, this is where these military bases, hospitals, we know that a couple hospitals just in the last hour have came in that they have been hit by the country of Iran. But we know that right now, as I pull up Google Earth to update it, we know that the military house, the Supreme Leader's house that was hit yesterday, that made world news, that the Supreme Leader, one of the most powerful men in the world, was killed. His house was in Tehran. So as we know right now, Israeli planes are over the country of Iran. The country of Iran is probably the size of the west, probably the plains from California to Nebraska. That is the size of Iran, a very large country, surrounded by Afghanistan, Pakistan, Iraq, and Algeria, and Turkmenistan. So we have a lot of the Muslim-ish nations that are over here right now, if you're just joining us. But no, right now, America at war with the country of Iran. We know that there's boats down here in the Strait of Hormuz, that have been attacked, oil tankers. This is the world's biggest oil supply. This is where hundreds of tankers come in every day through this little passageway. It's about 30 miles-ish, just from that point to this point is 30 miles. But as we know right now, there's aircraft carriers here in the Gulf of Oman. We know that there's more here in southern Israel, the USS Gerald Ford. But as we go down right now, we are going to talk about what is happening right now in the what's happening right now in Israel, in northern Israel. We know that Hezbollah has just sent new missiles towards the country of Israel right now, and we know that right now it's going to get a little serious and a little dicey in the next few hours. So right now, as you join us, if you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, get more people, subscribe, like, share right now. But as we know, so to join us here in just a minute. But we know that Hezbollah, one of the world's biggest terror groups, has struck the country of Israel, and multiple rockets down in Haifa, Tel Aviv, and many other metropolitan complexes here in Israel. So we do know that right now that the British air base in Cyprus was hit very hard. No injuries reported right that yet, but we do have, if you are just joining us, America at War special coverage all across the Middle East. We have team coverage. Israel begins their strikes right now on Hezbollah across Lebanon. So we know that the Beirut embassy in probably Lebanon right now is issuing a shelter in place for all Americans across the region and across the country right now. So we have breaking news right now. If you're just joining us from northern Israel, there is missiles, not well, rockets, missiles, and other projectiles that are heading towards the northern part of the Tel Aviv metropolitan area, the Haifa metropolitan area, and other parts of metropolitan areas in Israel. So we do have that right now. And as we know, Kuwait is being under attack right now. If you're just joining us, Kuwait is under attack right now from these Iranian missiles. Hi, Autumn. But right now, as we know, there is major military action that is happening right now from the U.S. And many other assets. President Trump has pretty much declared a war. The country of Iran has declared a war. So we all get the big picture right now that we are at war. We are at war with the country of Iran. We don't know how long this is going to be, but we are in day 2, I believe. Yes, day 2 right now. In Israel, they are in day 3. So right now, as we know, there is multiple projectiles up in the air throughout the country of Israel that are about to rain down on the country of Israel. We don't know if those are missiles. Some of these missiles that Hezbollah has just sent out in just a few minutes ago are the size of 2 school buses. If you get that together, that's a very large size missile. Some of these missiles are the size of 1 school bus. Some of these are the size of a car. But we have very big impact that is probably going to happen in Israel if these missiles do not get intercepted from the Iron Dome in just a few minutes. So right now, Lebanon, like I just showed you up on that map, Lebanon is the northern neighbor of Israel. And as I say this right now, Lebanon is another terrorist country with the second biggest terrorist group in the world, Hezbollah. These projectiles have been sent from southern Lebanon to the northern part of Israel. We know that right now we have military action that is happening in bases right now in Kuwait. We know that there's been 3 U.S. military personnel that have been killed, not injured, but killed in Kuwait. So we know that there's multiple attacks happening at the same time all across the Middle East right now as you're joining us live across the nation. Big outgoing war right now that's happening in the country of Israel, Iran, and multiple other places. So as we know right now, Iraq has been pretty much hit from these missiles too. But we know that right now, if you are just joining us, hi Edie, that right now there's multiple missiles and projectiles in the air of Israel right now. We know that the Israeli Air Force and Israeli Dome is about to intercept these missiles. These are very large projectiles. We believe these could be the size of 2 school buses, some of the size as a semi-truck. So these are very large projectiles that can kill people instantly like that. We know that right now, President Trump, Hezbollah, and pretty much Iran and a lot of the other Gulf states, along with the UK, are pretty much have been attacked by these. Yes, not good, Ed. I'm glad you just got that. But if you're just joining us, share, subscribe. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, America at War Day 2, and we have a very extensive live coverage that is going to happen in the next couple days. I need 2 more subscribers right now to get to 250, please, ladies and gentlemen. But right now, as we know, there's multiple projectiles up in the air throughout the country of Israel right now. So we do know that Hezbollah has launched missiles from the southern part of Lebanon, and we do know that Israel is fighting back with more projectiles up in the air heading towards Lebanon. So we know that right now, Cyprus, a UK military base, has been hit in Cyprus. We know that a French military base in the UAE, Dubai metropolitan area, has been hit. We know that many other places all around the Middle East, including Kuwait, Bahrain, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the UAE, Jordan, and many other military bases have been under fire for the past 48 hours as we go probably in day 2 in the next few hours when these attacks began just 2 days ago or a day ago. So as we know right now, if you're just joining us, I have 7 people live. I used to have 18, but if you can get more people on here, we are at war right now. America at war with the country of Iran, and multiple other countries are potentially going to declare war in June and join the U.S. side as we are live right now across the nation. Hezbollah has struck and has put missiles into the air and large projectiles to Israel. So that is something we have right now in Bahrain. We have a port in Bahrain. Bahrain for the past couple of for the past 24 to 36 hours, Bahrain has been the hardest hit place, I believe, in my time. We know that there was many apartment buildings that were hit. We know that the U.S. Embassy said that to stay away from hotels. We know that a hotel in Bahrain was hit. If you're just joining us, America at war right now with the country of Iran in the Middle East right now. But right now, as we know, the country of Bahrain has been hit by another large projectile, causing a massive fire at a port in the country of Bahrain. The country of Bahrain is a small little island nation just north of Qatar, Doha metropolitan area. So we know that right now. We know in Kuwait, the airports, I will tell you this, airports in Bahrain, Kuwait City, and the UAE have been hit. These are major international airports. These are the biggest airports in the world that have been hit. These have the biggest air traffic coming through them, air traffic coming out of them. We know that thousands and thousands of these flights come out and come in every day through these airports. If you're just joining us, like, subscribe, share. But right now, America is at war with the country of Iran right now. But we do have confirmation that there's other nations potentially going to join us as this has happened. Right now, as we know, we are going to try get as many people in this. You're just in this right now and joining right now. America at war with the country of Iran. We know that right now the supreme leader of Iran, the Al-Aqida, has been killed in his bunker or his office yesterday morning as these attacks went in. We know that there's been countless leaders on this. We know that 3 U.S. service members have been killed, and we know that more are probably going to be killed, what President Trump has said. We do know that right now there's people in the UAE that has been killed. We know in Kuwait there's people. Kellen Hopkins is here in right now. We know that Kellen is my current CEO of my company right now, the Ballistic Media Corporation. So he is with me right now as we go through this live broadcast together. We might be up all night. We might be up for the next couple hours. But as these strikes unfold, we are going to talk about them. We are going to see what kind of damage they do. But we do know that right now in the Israel metropolitan area around Haifa and Tel Aviv, that there are large projectiles that are coming over the skies in from southern Lebanon right now that is happening. So as right now, I was just showing a map right up there of Lebanon. So right now, if you're just there, if you're just joining us right now, I know we have 8. If you are just here, don't leave yet. But America at war right now with the country of Iran. Large projectiles reported over the skies of Israel. We know that Israeli fighter planes and ballistic missile systems are going to intercept those missiles as they come over from southern Lebanon right now. So now we have reports that Israel, for the second time, I believe tonight, here in the United States, Israel is striking Lebanon again from Hezbollah fires rockets. So right now, we know that Hezbollah, one of the biggest terrorist groups in the world, has fired rockets and large projectiles over the skies of Israel, raining down on metropolitan places in Israel right now. We can confirm that right now, and we can confirm a lot more right now that Bahrain has been hit by large other projectiles. They were hit yesterday by large projectiles, but we know that right now the country Israel has been hit, or not has been hit, but is battling for these projectiles up in the air. And we do know that there has been a terror attack here in the country. In Austin, Texas, we believe that there was a terror attack this morning in Austin, Texas this morning. And we do believe that there is people dead this morning that happened. But we do know that Britain has responded, and we might, and pretty much might, take retaliation as this drone or missile strike happened at their base in Cyprus. So right now, if you're just joining us, America at war. Right now, we have large projectiles over the air in and around Israel, and we have live time coverage right now that there are people, there are multiple people. Um, we know that there are multiple people that have been killed, including U.S. service members. We know that hundreds of citizens of Iran have been killed. And we know that there are more people that will be killed. But right now, Israel is dropping bombs and... No, I'm not lying, buddy. But no, right now, as we know that Israel is dropping bombs, all across the country of Lebanon right now. Beirut, the capital of Beirut, the Beirut metropolitan area. We know that Kuwait, the U.S. Army, the Kuwait Army has said that they are shooting down missiles right now. But right now we know that there's large projectiles up in the air in and around Israel, and we know that some have gotten through this Iron Dome. This Iron Dome, when a missile when a missile comes through the Iron Dome in Israel. Jude Sheely. So we got Jude Sheely, Kellen Hopkins, and I believe Kendall Ward's in here. So we got a whole crew tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and we will be live all across. If we can get Robert, Jude, if we can get Robert in here. But right now, we know that in Kuwait, that there is multiple projectiles up in the air right now that are pretty much raining down on Kuwait right now, and those projectiles are being shot out of the sky. But right now, as we know, Israel is getting hit by large projectiles. These are projectiles the size of buses. These are the projectiles the size of cars. Some as the size of semi trucks. But we know that these are very large and striking and trying to strike the ground in Israel. So we do know that we are getting another alert right now. And we do know that the U.S. Embassy in Iraq has very large rioting and protests outside of that, with fires and multiple gunshot wounds from military forces or police in Baghdad right now. So we know that the Middle East right now, Iran, and the U.S. is going to have retaliation over these strikes right now that has happened in the past 36 hours on U.S. military bases and military ships all across that. We know that today there was multiple conspiracy theories that the USS Abraham Lincoln, one of the world's biggest aircraft carriers, was hit by 4 ballistic missiles that was later denied by the United States Navy. But we know that there is military bunkers and there's military offices that have been bombed, that have been destroyed, and over in countries all along the Persian Gulf and around Iran. So right now, as we know, there is large projectiles up and around the country of Israel. If we can get more people to come into our live stream right now. This is a breaking news alert from Israel that we know that large projectiles have been seen over the skies of Israel. We are going to go back on my TV right now So right now we are about to go on Google Earth to show you how these projectiles and where these projectiles are coming from. If you're just joining us right now, we are here right now here in the United States. So we are going to take a little trip over here to the Middle East. This is the Middle East right now. Yesterday morning around 1 a.m. Strikes from military personnel over here and over here in the Mediterranean Sea, from the Arabian Sea, the Gulf of Oman, Persian Gulf, and many other gulfs around here struck cities in Iran, including Tehran, including down here in Arabian, and we know that many other places all around the western part of Iran have been hit. But we know that right now we are getting confirmation that there is large projectiles from southern Lebanon that are coming over and striking over here in the Haifa, in the Tel Aviv, and the Jerusalem metropolitan areas. Now these are very, I believe, very quick missiles. So if you know, Iran for the past 36 hours to 48 hours, if you're talking about Iranian time now, or over there in the Middle East time, Iran has struck parts of Israel, putting large craters in the ground. But we know that right now in Israel, that there's large projectiles from Lebanon. Now these projectiles from Iran, when they are struck, these are struck very quickly, because the Israel IDF notifies them minutes before these things are coming in, and then they shoot them down. Now Lebanon, that's easier. That is a neighbor of Israel. So right now, those are harder to shoot down in the northern part of Israel. We know that last year or a couple of years ago, a ceasefire was put in place from the United States of Israel and Lebanon to not for Israel to retreat their invasion of southern Lebanon. So they did. That was back in 2024, ladies and gentlemen. But what happened just a few hours ago? Lebanon struck one of the world's largest terror places or terrorist organizations or tribe, the Hezbollah, struck down here in southern Lebanon. Beirut, the capital of Lebanon, has struck missiles down here in the part of Tel Aviv, Haifa, and northern Israel. Now we are getting confirmation that some of those have been intercepted. Some that we get confirmation have been intercepted in the ground. We know that over here in Cyprus, there was a UK military base that was hit over here in Cyprus. And UK might retaliate on that. We'll get more word out of that. Over here in Iraq, Baghdad, there's been multiple bases around Baghdad and Iraq that have been, some have been struck, some have been under fire, and U.S. military bases. In Kuwait, right now, as we are getting reports that there is there's rockets raining down in Kuwait City. Over here in Qatar, we know that there's been rockets pretty much all day and yesterday that were raining down on the country of Qatar, Doha. Here in the United Arab Emirates, we know that Dubai was hit by multiple projectiles from Iran. We believe the Burj Khalifa, the world's tallest tower, for example, was hit. We know that iconic hotels were hit, and we know that many other places all around the UAE were hit. Over here in Saudi Arabia, over here in Riyadh, the Saudi Arabia Washington Post last night said that Saudi Arabia could be involved in these attacks and gave some classified detail of where the supreme leader could have been and why they struck that supreme leader. So we know that right now that is happening in Saudi Arabia. We know that yesterday there was missiles raining down on U.S. military bases all around Saudi Arabia. But we do know that Israel fighter jets somewhere over Iraq or now entering the western part of Iran are coming to hit the heart of Tehran, the capital of Iran, and large military strikes. Just a few hours ago, they struck a hospital with multiple people, probably multiple casualties from that. Children, elderly, and many other people were probably in there, but they did hit the heart of Tehran. Multiple hard hits in downtown Tehran. The heart of Tehran in Iran have been hit. And we know that Antifa and many other places have had protests of these anti-support, um, have not supported these military strikes. But we do know that right now, there's missiles that are raining down on the country of Israel right now. Hope those get intercepted, but some of those missiles from Lebanon are striking over here in the Mediterranean Sea. We know that we got Navy assets over here. I know I'm trying to pull up a picture of all the Navy assets that we have in the base, but right now we know that there is large projectiles from the southern part of Lebanon that are coming over here to the northern part of Israel right now. So we do have that right now. I will stop this right now. But uh, right now as I report, there's multiple projectiles right now in the country of Israel that are being reported. So we do have that right now, and we do have multiple other projectiles that potentially are on the way from Iran forces. So we do have that. We do have multiple other places all around the Middle East that have been struck, and we are going to have a very long, pretty much coverage. I know I'm at 30 minutes. I've been live for 30 minutes. We could go on for an hour, and we could go on for a couple more hours, as long as these projectiles are down right now. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us right now, the country of the United States of America is at war with the country of Iran. Right now, my voice is fading in and out right now, as right now we are going through a lot. So, but no, but if there's people right now in the chat, there's multiple projectiles that are raining down in Israel right now. So we do have that right now that's happening. And I do not have anything else. If anybody has anything to say, I might wrap this up, or if there's any more projectiles up in the skies over Israel, up in Israel, we will talk about that. But we do know that right now there's multiple projectiles up and around the country of Israel. So that is what I have, I believe. Um, okay, so we do have breaking news right now from Beirut, the downtown Beirut, that the member of Hezbollah, the senior member of Hezbollah, the leader of Hezbollah, one of the largest military terrorist groups in the region, has been killed. So we do have that. That is from the IDF, Israel Air Force. We do have that, as they were raining down ballistic missiles and large projectiles. So if you are just joining us, we have very team coverage all across the Middle East, as America and Iran, along with Israel and many other countries, are at war right now. So we do have that right now, and we will talk about that in just a minute. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, it is around 7:45. I am going to take a break right now. Um, but thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and we will be back soon all across the nation. I'm Cooper Borges. We will be back soon with a special live coverage from the Middle East.